Hey everybody, inside the ride, let's play a game, shall we? I am here with Student Union, well, the demo for this game. It is currently actually on a Kickstarter, although I believe at the time that I'm recording this, it's got about 50 hours left in it. I only just heard about this through a degenerate on the internet, actually my good friend Rozek. The previous description still applies, but this describes itself, I believe, as a like a psychological horror, or at least dark visual, narrative-driven visual novel, and I believe it even has like some degree of management sim to it as well. I don't know what exactly what it deals with in terms of being a dark game, if it's some supernatural thing or what. No idea. But I was curious about it. Rozek linked me to it because he figured I'd be. When I saw he had a demo, I said, well, I might as well give it a try before I invest, before I really consider investing any money in a Kickstarter, because let's be honest, as much as I like the idea of Kickstarter as a thing, it has its moments, yeah. So, I wanted to give it a try and figured this would also just be a decent preview for anyone who watches my stuff and was curious or didn't know about the game. And maybe I'm going to try and release this as soon as possible so that it'll be out hopefully before the Kickstarter's over. But I mean, I have a very tiny audience in general, and who knows. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. No, not continue. I'm an idiot. Hope the audio is balanced as well. I try to get it. Yeah. Choke Cherry High School. Okay, right off the bat, that sounds like some kinky fucking shit. Are you sure that's not a S&M club? Welcome to Choke Cherries. Would you like leather on your collar? We have chains as well to wrap around your neck. Just slip one end of the little ring here and pull nice and taut, doggy. Don't ask why that was so descriptive. Ooh, but the music in the intro, by the way, was good, and now we got this really creepy shit going on, so I'm curious. Blood, dirt, and sweat coat my arms and the elbows, and I can no longer tell where any of it came from. So you don't know whose blood it is then? That's always a great sign. Oh, it's like a mystery, Whose blood is this? If I keep going with this, I'll eventually be caught. With what? What are you doing? Killing people or something else? What the hell am I going to do? What the hell are you doing in general? What's not kerfuffle. What have you got? What? I get over the jabaha. Tone shift. Hi. Butterflies. Turner. A teacher rushes into the office, pushing the door with more force than necessary, smacking me in the back of the head and sending me to the floor. That's where the blood came from. I flinch in my seat and sit upright. Are those paint stains on your apron? Ellipses. I'm taking a step and she stops. She finds me in the chair across from the empty desk. Oh, hey. You're in my classes here, aren't you? Who? What? Lane. Lane? I'm sorry, I don't mean to flame. I'm sorry. I almost also read that as hey, Miss Weeb. Hey, Miss Webb. Yeah, this is the yours the first. Just like hip hop hip. Are you a rabbit? She eyes me with suspicion, bounding forward. Those hard emerald green eyes at the fields of Ireland. What are you doing in here? That's a great question. Lane, why don't you answer? I was called in on the intercom earlier, so I'm not sure yet. Oh good, a mystery visit. More mystery, yay! Okay, please keep waiting. You look, I don't know if it's just, you look kind of tired. She holds back annoyance, so not very well. And then just slides out. I guess the floor is screeched. Bye. Careful not to lose your step. Oh, never mind. Down she goes. As she exits, she closed the door more softly than she opened it. Oh. I do like my piano music, so give me a moment here. Okay, so far the game has a promising soundtrack. I'll give it that. Look at the space around me. This is the first time I've been here. Well, at least it's just the first. I was never a problem student in school. The thing was, I was late to school all the time. So, and I did eventually have to serve detention a couple times because of that. Hell, I even got to the point where they knew me by name in the front office when I'd come in to get my tardy slip. And the receptionist, Stephen, once was like, you know, we're going to bury you under the school. And I was just like, yes, I know. Just let me get the thing so I can go to class. It's already bad enough as it is. The administration offices are sectioned off from the classrooms because they do not want to be associated with the oh, my thing is being come undone. No! Wires going everywhere. I bound you so that you wouldn't do this, you fucking heathenish rebels. No! Get back in order. You will not be seizing my means of production, or, well, even that. I tangled you in a specific way. You will not untangle yourself just so you can do it in a way that's gonna fuck with me. Probably have thought of this a little better before I did this. If you'll sit tight for a moment so I can bind you back into place. Yes, let me just slip this around and make sure it's nice and taut. Sorry. Yeah, sectioned off from the plebs. Wait, and this one dwarfs the others. Unattended coffee, or maybe it's tea, sits on the desk. Steam coming from the cup wafts from the sunlight entering from the window. Regardless of what's in it, that is a waste because it's going to get lukewarm and then cold, and anything past hot just sort of ruins it. Unless, of course, you're drinking iced coffee or iced tea, in which case, fine. But it's hot, so that's a moot point. Why am I rambling on about that? I'm getting off I'm just... I take a breath while combing the office of my eyes. Actually, by the smell of it, it's definitely coffee. Oh, I think I'll have a sip of that myself. At almost 4 in the morning, because I have, my schedule is fucked. On the wall, there's a framed certificate titled Masters of Business Administration. Boring. It was issued from a prestigious university about 6 years ago. Near the degree are sets of frames with pinned butterflies. Yes, the imprisoned embodiments of horror and abomination who alight upon the flowers of the world in order to make you feel less afraid of what they are and what they bring. None know what they're capable of. No one listens. A wireframe model of a dodecahedron sits on the desk. I've got my mic wrapped up in the wire. I say, okay, not the actual mic I'm talking into, but the mic attached to the headset, because I didn't bother looking through to find one that had a detachable mic. I just went for the first one that looked like it was decent and bought that. So I'm dealing with one of the ones on a little, like, you know, the little bendy wire never mind. Hello, Mr. Slickback Pepper Hair. Well, salt and pepper, that's pepper hair? Interrupting my fidgeting, and this time without a knock, a well-dressed man enters and greets me with a smile. I do like your sense of fashion, sir. I mean, this is actually a look that I do like. Just, you know, you have the dress pants, waistcoat, tie, and dress shirt. There. And rolled up sleeves to boot. There. Just change the color of the tie to, like, green, and you got what I like to wear. Oh, what I would like to wear, but I can't afford it more than just the one set. Hi there, Lane. Please don't. Thanks for being patient. I'm the assistant principal, Mr. Underwood. Alright. Must not be in trouble, so I stand and extend my hand. And he hops over to me as well to grab it. His smile curves stronger at the gesture, and he shakes my hand firmly. I thought he had scars and just crow's feet. His grip is stronger than mine. Now then, boy, you're gonna be behaving while you're here, right? Bones just snap. Yes, sir! And he closes the door too, just to emphasize. You're gonna behave while you're here. Click. Aren't you? He closes the door behind and walks to his desk and seats himself. Go ahead, sit. I heard that you were asking around about odd jobs you could do for the school. Oh, I'm an overachiever, apparently. Great. I mean, good on you. I'm just a lazy asshole, so... I'm just feeling, Oh fuck, what's the word? I'm feeling inadequate. That's it. That's the one. My brain got it. And got there eventually. I returned to the same chair across from his desk that I've been warming and leaned forward. Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could make extra money during the school year. I was thinking of saving up for college. Admirable. You're in your senior year, right? Why not get a summer job? Yeah, or a part-time job or something. So, I mean, some people in my old high school, yeah, they'd leave school and go straight to work. I mean, usually it was at like a supermarket or something, so. Or to the library downtown for the break. I was trying to figure out something more local. The bus schedule makes it tricky. The Kafka Library. Oh, with a name like that, you just know things are gonna get weird. It's like, how to really put a stamp on this, you know, that it's gonna get fucked. Kafka reference. Yeah, it's a bit of a commute, nearly an hour each way. He drinks from his coffee and looks past me for a moment, staring off into the distance as if seeing things beyond what the eye could see. Recessed deep within his own mind, what dredged up into his memories, haunting his internal gaze. Well, I do have something. I've been introducing the idea to a few other seniors. What's your background? I straightened up my seat a bit. I've had this interview-like exchange a few times. I'm from here, so I grew up with a lot of the students. Not that I know them all well, but I'm not shy. My grades are important to me. I'm a hard worker and I've had lots of jobs, probably more than the students. Ms. Underwood seems receptive and maintains eye contact with me, looking for any bullshit beneath the, what could very well just be, you know, rhetoric. I notice he's thumbing the side of his cup. Not really, is that the right, no, I don't think. Bullshit. Same difference. His fingernail color is white from the pressure. Where else? I worked at the passing gas. Really? The gas station? Yeah, I worked afternoon shifts on weekends for a while. I stocked shelves at the grocery too. Also, they sometimes need help with the water treatment plant and hire interns, so I've done work there on and off. Jesus, man, you get around more than... I'm not going to finish a sentence. You stay busy. Well, your work will pay off and you should feel proud. I grit my teeth and hold back any response. After a couple seconds pass, I nod slightly. Mr. Underwood pats a small stack of papers on his desk. You have excellent grades, too. You're a strong candidate. However, something I cannot glean from your final is whether or not you're able to work with little instruction. What I need is a student to take the project and run with it, reporting in weekly. He pauses, waiting for a response. I'm nervous, not from the content of the conversation, from something else. Wouldst thou care to enlighten me? My face may betray me, but I attempt a confident nod. I'd be happy to try. What do you need? Yeah, he does look a little, like he's trying, but not quite getting there. Not quite, Lane. I need someone with the entrepreneurial spirit to take the lead on forming a new student union. It's in the experimental phase, and I'm trying to convince the board it's valuable to both the students involved and the administration. We're not going to be sacrificing people, are we? Because I've had already too much of that. I don't want to. It's, look, I've retired from it. You know, I sworn it off. I really, I even had this little meeting, this little group of going to talk about it. You know, despite an upfront cost, as the president, you would put in a minimum amount of 10 hours in a week. Report to me directly, and you would have a small budget. 10 hours not to be a problem. Do you mean a group to represent all the students? As you might know, our school receives federal funding. Our facility is part of the public education system. He's looking down. I don't know if his eyes change or not, but the way he's looking down, he might be reading something, or it might be because he's, you know, trying not to convey something himself. I'm sorry, I had to fiddle my wires again. It came loose. Our facility is part of the public education system, so our local government is mandated to allocate money to us to help maintain resources for our students. The amount we receive may fluctuate when officials change offices, policies, legislation, or the state takes in more or less than anticipated. Yeah. Ugh. God. Just like bringing back, well, it's just dredging up the bullshit that's going on in the state where I live, and the absolute just clusterfuck that the state education system is in. The school system tends to be placed below other priorities. What sort of initiatives, I guess, are more important than school? Football. It depends on whom you ask. Insurance programs, infrastructure, subsidizing local businesses. Oh, you're talking about, oh, okay, yeah, statewide, right. Various local businesses, law enforcement, assistance to struggling families. At mention of his last example, I catch myself looking at the worn tip of my sneaker and redirect my gaze to Mr. Underwood. Mr. Underwood smiles. You're not going to find many here disagree that education is important. Many moving pieces play a role in the decision making, but I did not call you in here to talk about that. Our administration receives a cut of the budget, and then we craft our school budget from it. Year over year, the student population has been increasing while our funding has been decreasing. Is that why there's no sign up for track this year? That came out more accusatory than I intended. We are taking a hard look at all extracurricular programs. What he means is, football's gonna stick around, but anything else, so volleyball, lacrosse, whatever, track, whatever else you do, nip it. Student representation is not the goal. Service to the school is. We need additional manpower, and this is a relatively cheap method. And it presents you with an opportunity to help the school. If you do and recruit some of your hardworking friends, you will make a positive impact. I cannot make promises beyond guaranteeing your paycheck. I take a deep breath, collecting confidence to put forth my most important question. How much will I be paid? Minimum wage, same amount you receive from the library. He responded without hesitation. He was prepared. It's disappointing, but not more than I can realistically expect. Fuck! Could you not? Mr. Underwood downs the rest of his drink and glanced at the clock on the wall. Yeah, he downed the rest of his drink that apparently slammed the fucking mug down on the table. Are you interested? I hesitate, but only a second. I need this. I'm out of other options. Maybe I can reconnect with some old friends. I equip confidence and address Mr. Underwood. Plus, I don't know, 3 to charm. Definitely. Seems complicated, but I can help with whatever you need. What kind of roll did you on that? Well, if it was a 3, then you got a 7, so that gets you up to a 9. I hope he rolled beneath that when he's checking. Are you sure? This is not a small project, for me either. He glances at the wall behind me again. Yes, sir. What sort of work will I be doing? Underwood smiles. There you go. First, I believe you can support some of our administrative functions. We need someone to man the library here, too, for example. And we know that you have some experience in that. We may also utilize your team for... if you don't do well enough, you'll just be shelved back at the library here. Get it? It's a shelved library. We may also utilize your team for event planning services. We have excess faculty rooms and spacious conference areas. I want to rent those for external events or in revenue. Oh, like hosting workshops or conferences? Hope the library is scheduling seminars. Yes, I need to develop a formal list of your responsibilities and the responsibilities of the whole union as a whole, achieve board approval, and get some paperwork to you. What he needed to do in the meantime is vital. Please recruit at least 4 of the students by the end of the week. That will demonstrate to the board that we actually have interested and ambitious students to fuel the program. It'll not work if you are the only participant. Oh. Like a bucket of water thrown in a freshly lit match. I mean, what he says makes sense. You can't... if this is going to be something that's going to have money invested in it, you know, then you're going to have to show that there's at least the foundation laid to get it going. One person's not the foundation. One person is a part of a foundation. Mr. Underwood senses my mood swing. You can ask some of your... He seems to catch himself, continues after an awkward lapse. You were going to say something about less than well-off students, weren't you? Your classmates for help. It will actually be a great exercise for you in preparing for your role as delegator. We have intelligent and creative students here, and I'm sure you will find a handful willing to support their school. Yeah, I can do that. By Friday then? Yes, all of you need meet here, and I'll give everyone an update and initial push. Yeah, I doubt it's going to be really more like willing to assist a school and more like just, you know, they kind of need this. It's not something they can feasibly turn down. Fuck the school in and of itself, because really what all is it doing for us apart from providing an education that may or may not be that great to begin with? Do you... Oh. Thank you. Sorry for the rant there. This is just bringing back bad memories of high school. Well, the bullshit, like, bureaucracy of how it all worked. I tried to avoid it as much as possible, but you really can't extricate yourself from it entirely. Do you? The bell rings. Mr. Underwood gestures to the door. You better head to the next period. I'd hate to consume more of your time than I should. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out by phone or email. Fluently, Mr. Underwood places his business card in my hand as I stand. It's a neat design. The card lists his office phone number, cell number, and email address. Is it strange to give your cell phone number to a student? He seems devoted. I mean, for this kind of potential job, I'd say it makes sense, you know? Because you may need to reach him outside, when he's outside of the school, so there you go. I nod and reluctantly smile. Thanks a lot, Mr. Underwood. Thank you. He waves to open the door and move back into the hall. Ow! Creaky locker. Hate it. Metal grating. Could have been worse, though. Collecting my belongings in the last period was easy since I hadn't brought any. These, like, old flyers or posters that just got worn down or ripped up or were they covered up by old shit or something. Oh, look, there's, like, stickers and stuff. Ah, fuck. Looks overall cleaner than my high school, though. Collecting my belongings from the last... And the high school I went to was actually pretty well funded. Like, well, at least it was one of the top rated ones in the state. I'm not saying that to make it sound like I got into a good high school. It was a district thing. I was in the area to apply to to go to that school. But it just happened to be one of the best rated in the state. If not the best. I don't know, actually. Collecting my belongings in the last period was easy since I hadn't brought any. Some students' books are still on order and they haven't arrived. Most inherited old books. I linger at my open locker in the hallway, Mr. Underwood's card in one hand and my phone in the other. Turner Underwood, assistant principal. Assistant? So who's the actual principal then? I added to my contacts. What was I about to ask him? Fuck. Can I do anything to help get the project approval? Should I record my time worked a specific way? Can I get paid this week? This doesn't sound professional, and since we're going for trying to make it seem like we're the right person, I'd say it's one of these. Bureaucracy or gung-ho, I'm all in this. What can I do to help teach? Yeah, I'm leaning towards that, just because while this does sound like diligent and responsible, this sounds like more proactive, or like you're willing to shoulder, you know, work, that you're willing to do, you know, as whatever is necessary, and then some, you know, maybe. That's what I'm getting out of it. It has an ominous echo to it. Hey, Miss Underwood Lane, you need to help us get the object approved. Blah, blah, blah. Typing. You have enough on your plate. There's no upper limit for candidates. I'll manage promises to the board. Alright. I set Mr. Underwood's business card in my warm wallet. With a metal clack, that was more of a slam, Lane. I close my empty locker. The sound echoes. Yeah, no shit! The students who were shuffling around me have already entered their next classes. I haven't memorized my schedule yet, so I ease my crumpled note from my pocket and, you know, unravel it a little bit just to... You like my ASMR? Here. Okay, I'd actually probably need to take the pop filter off for that to work. To really get the nuance of it, the layers. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. So I use my crumpled note from my pocket. After a confirming glance, I crinkle it back in place and walk. I just walk. Ooh, music. A little bit more upbeat. Okay, kind of chill. I like it. At least I know a couple people I can ask for Mr. Underwood's a project. During lunch this afternoon may be a good time to ask around. In the meantime, I'll plan, since we don't have any details worked out. Otherwise, I doubt I'll persuade anyone. 2 students, myself included, would be guaranteed at least. I'll need 3 more. Students are standing in irregular circles outside my destination. Groups migrate... Okay, yeah, you know, that shift is nice. I know it might seem a weird thing to focus on, or maybe I can dork out about it too much. Oh, okay, no, I don't really dork out about it. I don't get super into it. But, like, I just like music. It's really all I can say. I just like music. Groups migrate past me while I approach two students in conversation. Hi! Is that a legit tattoo, or is that like one of those, like, stick-ons or something? Or is it just makeup? Skull, ripped jeans. Oh, good. Okay. I'm not fluent in, is this more punk? Or is this kind of leaning towards goth? I don't know. Why not? Oh, hi. I like your hoodie. Very baggy pants, though. He is strict, and he lives right next to me. Actually, can I right click and... No, that just brings up a save slot. Okay. Good to know, though. And he lives right next to me. Doesn't matter how hard-assed he is, or where we hand off. Jeez, just help me out like before. I don't know. Hey, Evan spots me the sidelong step, widens... Oh, and with a sidelong step, the widens the circle of two. Why is everyone not here? Forget it, man. Either ignoring or reacting to my interruption, she moves against the flow of the students. Notice the classroom they had been negotiating near is empty. I think art's canceled today. Why? Did someone die? What? Alright. I begin moving the flow of the crowd and Evan follows beside me. I don't know, she didn't come in and Coach Jean just told us to head to the gym. You mean Miss Webb? Yeah, Ross said she was really upset this morning. His eyes look past me and catch on the passing classroom door. Instinctively, I follow his darting glance and see nothing but a closed door. He continues doing this with each room we pass, so I decide to ignore it. She looked it. She was trying to find the new assistant principal, but I don't know why. Ellipses. It's weird. What is? I don't know. I like this scene shifting as the characters are walking to kind of really give the sense that they're traveling somewhere. I don't know. It's so different this year. Oh, did you... Uh-oh. I stumble hard and grip the handrail, but the loose railing provides no support. Ooh. Ah. I release it with a jerk and catch myself in the wall instead, palms open. Beyond the inner railing, a narrow gap separates the flights. The height from the second floor creates a more potent wake-up call than the smell of Mr. Underwood's coffee. Crap, that'll really hurt some before it's fixed. Huh. I right myself and continue downstairs. Yeah, just brush that off. Did you ask about a work study position? Mr. Underwood said he'd like me to start a group, like a paid club that helps the school. See, that's weird too. You know what layoffs, right? And with way less elective classes, Principal Decker must be desperate, that's all. Mr. Underwood mentioned the school's budget was cut. That's more weird, not less. How can they pay you? Demons. Demons. There's less staff, but not less work. You have to pay someone to do it, and we're cheap. We? Yep. Yeah, just throw an arm around his shoulder. Hell we are, buddy, aren't we? Give you a good old clap on the back. I face Evan outside the gym bench with a pep in my step. The burst of energy exhausts him. It's minimum wage. You need to put around 5 hours a week. I got lower limit of 10 since I'm organizing it. Evan scowls at the floor, as I expected. I'm smiling though. I'm dead inside. No. I don't know. I have a lot of questions, and you can't. We lock eyes. Sharing a special moment, or is this going to be more of a bitch, don't you dare make this hard for me? Can't really think about it. I wanted to do drama club this year. Of course. Take your time, I'll take the details tonight. Conveniently after I figure them out, yeah. Besides, there might not be a drama club unless someone helps out around here. Laying it on there, aren't you? Ellipses. You said a group. How many people? The character designs are really good too, like just the little poses and everything. Like the general design and the poses they put them to give them like more character and to kind of convey emotion. I'm liking all this so far. This looks really good. And sounds, like I said, I like the music. Think more to get us going. Want me to ask Holly? It's probably not her thing. Was Holly the other girl? Well, the girl from before. Doesn't hurt to ask. Let's go in now. I think we're late. Fashionably. For what? Everyone's just sitting around or playing ball. Our art class is around 20 members, and there must be well over 4 classes in here. They might as well have canceled school today. Yeah, but we're all still here because fuck us, right? I almost don't hear Evan over the chatter or the loud-ass fucking basketballs banging. Ross might have had the right idea this time. Byron abandoned the basketball and joined the idle shooting on a corner of the court. Evan follows on the sideline. So what are you talking about? Nothing, really. I mentioned Mr. Underwood moved into our apartment building. Looks like you're thumbing at your necklace, which makes me think you're lying. My shot bounces off into the students just above the rim, so I left him to the ball rolling near. How'd you find out? He asked me to move a couple boxes. He lives alone, I think, but he seems nice. Sorry I didn't text you back. On my next throw, the ball moves into the net with a swish. It's fine. Got some good sunset shots out there. Are you into photography, maybe? Did you talk to the librarian? She said they found someone. And the gas station. Fuck that place. Nothing there or the grocery. The timing's off and they have enough hands. You know I can do your homework sometimes, or cover for you. My next throw misses with a thud from the backboard. It's fine. I'm going to have this student group. If I do it well, it's sure to be steady. Right. So what will you do? Make sure make Mr. Underwood's coffee. I make a mean mocha. I make a cheap household mocha. No, really. It's just like coffee and then add a little bit of chocolate creamer and then add in some heavy cream. Boom. Just cheap ass homemade mocha. I'm serious. So am I. My shot once again intercepts on the students just above the rim. A tall girl approaches us with a lax greeting. Tall girl, you say? Tell me more. Hi. Hello. Oh my god. Look at those abs. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be staring. Hi. She addressed Evan, but I don't know if he's moving away because he doesn't like, it's a stranger in his personal space kind of thing, or if he just, I don't know. There could be so many reasons. I'm not going to read too much because I'll just go off on a fucking tangent again. She addressed Evan, but I respond anyway because he wasn't going to do it. What's up? It's better to take turns. I'm briefly confused and glance at Evan. Her message clicks after he nods to the basketball goal. Oh, sorry. She nods slowly and turns. Evan stops her by speaking up, which catches me off guard more than her. Nat, wait. This is Lane. He's a senior too. And, at this point I expect a pattern. Did he become popular with girls? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a good judge. How the fuck should I know? But Nat is listening patiently as Evan trails off. The answer is no. Better help him. We're offering a few students a paid position at the school. I started this group to help the school administration since they're short-staffed. About 5 hours a week or so. It's a club that looks very good in your resume when you graduate. Ellipses? You'd be, Fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. You would not. This conversation is getting more and more awkward as time goes by. You'd be, organizing events and managing the library. Or the computer lab. I have no interest. As she walks away, she catches a stray basketball. Now, here's the kicker. Does she mean have no interest in the job, or you, or both? Maybe both. There we go. Take care of that. Fuck off. She's attractive. Yeah! A bit of an understatement, but yes. I sent a smile to Evan. Your pitch needs work. Work done, you didn't it? Aren't you worried? Oh, I had the tone wrong. Work done, you didn't it? Aren't you worried? I'll manage. We got until Friday to get more members. Thanks to Wingman, though. You got it. How you know her anyway? Through Holly. She knows everyone. Pulling urine basically means we're set. Like I said. Let's see. Are you blushing? Or are you just... Is that a blush? Or are you frustrated? Is it, and you're just making you look kind of flushed in general? Let's say you're right. Who else? Since I no longer feel confident enough in my multitasking to avoid disturbing Nat, who might, put me through the bleachers, I lead us to the bleachers. What you said earlier. They need people to manage the library. Oh, he's asking us a question, but I didn't put the inflection on the end. I sit with my back to the wall. Why can't you just do that? Yeah, it makes sense. Mr. Underwood didn't make it sound like the sole student was an option, though. It's that they don't want to go through the setup for a single person. How much could it even be? Enough that it's not worth it without a substantial program. Click. I don't like it, but you should ask Alice for help. A smile and take since of the students here. You're full of solutions today. Today, huh? I approach the brooding guy and interrupt his reclined position. Hey, Kane! Okay, Kane. Really? First Lane, now Kane. And that's just a bit... Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit stereotypical. It's just... No, wait, don't. Oh, is Kane the bad boy? What we got here? I clicked off the game. Fuck. I clicked off the game and stopped the recording. Fuck. Okay. No, wait, don't. Evan flinches and reaches out. Okay, so we got a short sleeve flannel, black t-shirt, and blue jeans. Right. This is actually very similar to what I would wear back in high school. The difference is that I wore long sleeve flannel, buttoned it up, and I would leave the cuffs unfolded and unbuttoned so they just hang loose and over my hands and I could flop them around everywhere. Fun. Anyway, Kane sits up as I approach and greets me with a look of recognition. Sup? What's going on with Alice? Alice? Who's Alice? What? A sudden glare. Not the response I anticipated. Uh-oh. Laney boy, I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, this is gonna be a why you talking about my girlfriend kind of thing, or the girl that I like, maybe. Okay, yeah. Your girlfriend. Why isn't she with you? That smirk he had, by the way? Yeah, that. Not helping. He hops close to me. He hops level with me, then glances at Coach Gene. The coach is playing on his phone on the court bench. You know what that means? We're currently unsupervised. Kane stands taller and is much more physically imposing compared to the students. He's a broad-shouldered lad, you could say. And to me... What the fuck are you trying to say, you little shit? What? Nothing. Why are you looking confused? You didn't see this coming? You just what? Want to be funny? Get a rise out of me? Oh, okay. Ow. POV, getting bullied. It's like a weird kink video. No. My collar tightens as he grips the chest of my shirt so forcefully I wonder if it'll tear. Oh, strong man. No, what do you... Proxies for wine flags, my hands raised defensively. Oh. I heard the second bit, and I just kind of tensed and He shoves me onto the stairs, the corner digging into my spine, probably, causing some real damage. Sharp pain. I wince and writhe. Play stupid fucking games, win stupid fucking prizes. He slips off in the same lubricant that everyone else seems to, from the stands and into the halls. Evan, ever the decent friend, helps me upright. He hops over. You okay? Probably. Fine. He got a raw steak he can put on the... Ah! They broke up over the break. It was really public. Really? I mean, even I knew. I noticed Nat looking at me from the court. Shears was playing. I mean, apparently, I didn't get the feeling that she gives much of a fuck about my character, so in this instance, it's just kind of not even, not my business. Well, I'd say that hurt my pride more if my back didn't hurt so much. Jeez. She dumped him, apparently, and told everyone he was a womanizing pig, a failure, a poisonous fool. It's so strange. But I can kind of see where she was coming from there. Just from that. It's how odd. Specific. She posted it online. I've been too busy working to be plugged in. I know. It only seems to hurt worse when I massage your area, so I stop attempting. Yeah, you need some icy hot or something, boy. Or just maybe a bag of ice. I'll catch Alice over lunch. Think she'll join? I don't know. Probably. Crazy asshole. I spend time recovering in Evan's company for our next class. As my sounding board, Evan helps think out more of the group's jobs. We at least become more familiar with the idea. Yay, planning. Ooh, a cafeteria. The den of the cafeteria discomforts me. Really? I don't mind like white noise chat like this. It's just there. I wouldn't say I find it comforting so much. I just... But it does kind of give me a sense of like, you know, not being alone, but not in a bad way. Energetic freshman socialized with a few outgoing upperclassmen. I don't see Evan, but scan carefully for my target. Yeah, just got like a scope. Scanning the crowd. Despite the noise, there are fewer students than last year's usual. I might be wrong about that, since Mr. Underwood said there were more students overall. Some students bring packed lunches. Back in my high school, it was like at least half of every lunch crowd would just go outside and eat their lunch out there. Because that was the thing. If you brought your lunch, you typically ate outside. Usually. The room disperses the aroma of the kitchen. Chicken strip day, reliable as ever. Ugh. Oh god, the horrid like memory of just really low quality, super budget, you know, public school cafeteria food. Ugh. Just as disappointing as the taste, you know, in most cases. Apart from a few exceptions, one of those being one of the rolls they would serve sometimes, which was fucking amazing. Fluffy, light, and buttery. Whenever those rolls were there, it was just like, yes, at least that the rest of lunch sucks. Those rolls. Oh. I don't find who I'm looking for, but I spot a familiar face. A short girl sits alone at the end of a table. You know, I think that's a good place to end this episode for right now. Yeah, What happened to the backtrack? Well, I'd say that's definitely a sign. That's creepy as fuck. Yes, so far I'm interested in the game. It's got the writing so far seems really solid. It's got good music, really good art. The characters are interesting, actually. I'm kind of curious how this goes, so I will be trying to finish the demo. But this is going to be uploaded first as soon as possible. Hopefully before the Kickstarter deadline, just so I can get it out there as a thing. But yeah, so far I am actually very interested, and I am seriously considering maybe actually helping to back it. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next installment of the Student Union demo.